It was not a suggestion, not a request. The law requires the DOJ to release all the files, not just some of the files, not just the ones they pick and choose and want to do. Since then, we've seen the Justice Department break the law and continue to hide the truth from the American people. Let me be blunt. There's a massive cover-up going on in the Justice Department to protect Donald Trump and people associated with Jeffrey Epstein. As we expected, Trump, Bondi, and their minions have played games with the release of these files. They release some documents that they want to release and continue to hide others. The American people see right through it, and they're all asking the obvious question, what is Bondi trying to hide? President Trump, what are you trying to hide? That's the question the American people are asking. Senate Democrats' Epstein Working Group, including my colleagues here with me, have been preparing for this very scenario. We saw what they were doing. And so we're working with victims' attorneys, we're working with legal experts, we're working with people very familiar with this case to ensure full compliance of the law. We know the administration's withholding some documents unlawfully. Yesterday, news outlets reported that several memos detailing a woman's accusation against the president from when she was a minor have been withheld from the public. We know they're abusing redactions to hide the truth. Hundreds of pages are completely blacked out. Co-conspirator identities remain hidden while survivors have been exposed. We're here today to put a shot across the bow of the Department of Justice and the Trump administration that we are going to reveal this massive cover-up. We will not rest. It's an all-out oversight effort. We're going to pull on every thread. We're going to chase every lead. We'll talk with whistleblowers. We will get to the truth. Our working group, Senate Democrats, will go review the unredacted files in the coming days. Let me repeat that. Our working group, Senate Democrats, will go review the unredacted files in the coming days. Pam Bondi should listen carefully. The truth will come out. The whole ugly truth about what she's doing to protect people in the files will come out. The whole world is going to know exactly what she knew, when she knew it, and what she did to cover it up. Democrats are going to hold Pam Bondi and everyone involved at the DOJ accountable for this cover-up. Today we are demanding that the Department of Justice and the FBI preserve records on what transpired behind the scenes. We want to know who was involved in the decision to hide the truth. And a warning to the Trump cronies working on this, we will know if you are destroying documents and evidence, you will not outrun the law. You will not outrun the truth. This isn't political. The survivors deserve the truth, and the American people are demanding it. Democrats and Republicans agree the American people deserve the truth. So Donald Trump, stop hiding, stop delaying, come clean with the American people, and if you don't, Democrats will make sure that the truth comes out. Our next speaker is Senator Durbin.
Thanks, Senator Schumer. With the Epstein files, the Trump administration had an opportunity to secure a win for survivors, for accountability, and for transparency. But after mishandling the files for a year, it took an act of Congress to force Pam Bondi and Kash Patel to even consider providing justice. Even after the passage of the Epstein Files Transparency Act, the Trump administration decided to violate federal law to protect the rich and powerful. The law required DOJ to produce the files by December 19th, yet the vast majority of those files were not produced until January 30th. 42 days later. Department of Justice has violated the legislation's protection for victims by publishing records without redacting personally identifiable information of victims, including nude photos where their names and faces could be identified. In sharp contrast, other produced records heavily redacted information identifying powerful business and political figures who are alleged conspirators or material witnesses to Epstein's crimes. Violations of the Epstein Files Transparency Act continue as the Department of Justice has yet to produce all Epstein-related records required by law and has removed thousands of records from the website beyond those that inappropriately identify victims. Keep in mind, a whistleblower told my office that FBI agents reviewing the Epstein files were instructed to flag any records that mentioned President Donald Trump. This disclosure is even more damning in light of yesterday's bombshell. The New York Times report that the Justice Department failed to disclose documents related to a woman quote, "Eventually you're going to have to answer for your conduct." The survivors deserve better. It's clear that Donald Trump's strategy. Heads are rolling at the highest levels of the United States. The sooner, the better. Next, I believe, Senator Blumenthal. Senator Murphy.
In the Senate was crystal clear. No record showed reputational harm, political sensitivity, including any government. Here we are. Those 99 days have passed. And we have seen that victims' names and who are potential perpetrators. And we're seeing the world. The Prime Minister of North States, King Charles' brother, but States of America for these atrocious crimes. The place where they million pages, of which only somewhat more than 3 million have been released. These 50 pages that entail, as the New York Times by both Mr. Trump and Epstein when she was 13 to 15. Interviews with this woman. We know the other three exist because they are in the index. And yet, the pages are missing. Interviews have not been released. Administration. It's a massive and unacceptable cover-up. That there are 6 secret storage units rented across the country by apparently attempted to retrieve. Yes, we passed the Epstein files transparency. Tried to strengthen that act with some real penalties, and the Republican whip to putting more teeth into this bill. We all together on transparency for the public. Yes, on a closest thing we can get to justice for the victims.
Thank you. As we stated, Prince except the United States. where we are supposed to be a country quite the opposite. You know, what we're proving here right now is that if you are part of the Epstein class, if you are rich enough, raping children, raping women, engaged in an active cover-up for you, and even more of this president from a minor, a woman who was a the American public deserves to know what happened. About a couple years removed, a decade removed from a lot of these allegations, actually victimizing women, victimizing children. This potentially means they're covering up current crimes. It's time for us to throw some people in jail that did some really horrible stuff. Trump and the Republicans, after talking a big game for so many years about going after pedophiles, are actively covering up for pedophiles right now. I unfortunately am going to have to go read those to do. The disgusting nature of what I'm going to find on there is going to, because we have an administration that's actively covering up for pedophiles, we have to take this step, and we have to take this step to keep right now all over this country. Thank you.
And just one more point, which this article more keeps coming out, and the more that comes out, the more we see. But yes, in the back. That in my remarks. Yes. Yeah. Yes. I don't know if we're going. Yeah. Yes.
Leader Schumer, you asked for unanimous consent on the floor a few weeks ago. Get Senate action on this.
Well, the bottom line is the Republican strategy we can, going to the Justice Department, seeking law. Yes.
Over in the House side, the Clintons are being deposed starting today and tomorrow in the Epstein investigation. Just your general reaction.
Thank you, Senator Schumer from the Italian National TV. Just two quick questions.
As my colleagues well outlined, I agree.
Okay. Second question, how do you react to people who say that Democrats and Republicans are guilty by association, whether it's in the email or...
Yeah, all we want is the truth. The truth.
Is there any danger of...
Yes. There will be efforts to reach out to everyone who's willing to come forward and speak. And do you want to talk about that?
I think I mentioned in my remarks.
Yeah.
Both lead a letter on preserving.
The unredacted documents, what can the public expect from you to inform them? Can you do anything to inform them?
Well, we're not going to prejudge. Let's to come out, and we will walk that line with great vigor. Yes.
There are an additional have been released, remain redacted, or have parts redacted. So, what steps are you taking to ensure that those redactions are unredacted?
Yeah, we're going to demand justification for any redactions, and if the redactions are, we're going to get to the bottom of it. Okay? Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.